What aspect of your holistic lifestyle has been neglected? I am so excited to be here with the amazing Shawna Buchanan, who is really, in my opinion, one of the top holistic lifestyle mavens out there. She brings together her artistry, her creative vibes, a background in chemistry to create a really full spectrum biohacking, living with the cycles, living with nature, gardening, and really tapping into the human experience in a really unique way. And it is such a gift and an honor to have Shawna here with me today to share some of her wisdom around her way of navigating her holistic lifestyle and how we have come together in community to really offer a full spectrum upgrade to all of you. So, Shawna, thank you so much for joining me today. And thank you so much for putting your hand up for this collaboration. It's such a pleasure to work with you. And
Yes, I'm so excited to be here and I'm so excited to share with everybody what we've got going on, our knowledge, our experience, and yeah, what we're creating. I'm so stoked to share and talk about that.
that's so awesome. So yeah, if you're just joining us, put your hand up and let us know what is your favorite holistic lifestyle hack. And Shawna, what does it really mean to you to live a holistic lifestyle?
Yeah, so I have been on a holistic lifestyle journey for a long time. I've always really been interested in all of this stuff since I was a kid, since I was a teenager. But of course, into adulthood is when this stuff really started to get grounded and rooted for me. And when I was in the beginning, a lot of times we think about a holistic lifestyle as just being physically healthy, and just eating healthy, moving healthy. Um, Things that we think about, good food, clean food, exercising, using low tox or no tox products. We think about all of that, and that's really what started my holistic journey. And I thought that I was, practicing holistic health at that time. But more so as I started to grow up and experience more adult things and having to stretch my capacity through pressure and stress and started paying bills and stuff like that, I really was able to, it was shown to me that living a holistic lifestyle is taking care of yourself in many different areas, not only our physical vessel, but our spirit, our mental and emotional health as well, and also our relationships and our financial health as well. And this all has to be in sync, and it all has to be tended to. You really can't have one without the other. And so when we think about holistic health, it's really a whole picture, holistic health, a whole picture. We have to have it all. It's not just one thing or the other. It's not just eating good. It's not just looking good or being fit. It is really being able to manage your body, manage your health symptoms, getting to the root, not just putting a band-aid over them. It is being right with spirit or God. It is having healthy relationships. It is managing your stress and your capacity through whatever that means to you. And, whenever I talk about this, I always am like, really start to realize how much it webs back because I start to talk about, taking care of your financial health really helps with stress. You don't want to be stressed out all the time. And that
Mhm.
goes back to your mental health and your emotional health. And if you're not taking care of your mental health and your emotional health, your body is going to start being symptomatic. You're going to start getting headaches and having gut issues. And you really cannot have one of these things without the other. It is a whole puzzle piece together. So that is what I have really experienced and found that holistic health really is.
Mm. Yeah, 100%. And as you were speaking, I know you also have a background in yoga amongst all of your incredible things that you've done. And I was seeing the image of the eight limbs of yoga and how so many of the deities in Vedic philosophy have multiple arms. Um, and yet it's not about all those arms, all the different things you can hold, because you're just going to be dropping those balls you're juggling if you're not centered. It's always when you look at those statues, they teach about the midline and the steady gaze. And so I really feel like what you and I are bringing together is how do we stay in that center? And you and I had a conversation the other day about how you can be dehydrated even when you're drinking plenty of water, and you can be just drinking and drinking and drinking and wondering why it just seems to be going through you. And I know this is one of the things we're going to talk about in our masterclass on Saturday. So be sure you all are following along for that at the end. Stick around and we'll share all the details of that. But what was your experience with that, Shawna, in your personal fitness journey? What role does the water play for you?
Yeah, so the water was able to solve quite a bit of things for me. Before I started drinking hydrogen-rich water, I was definitely at like a fitness plateau. I was eating okay. I was working out a whole bunch. And at that point, I was eating super clean, like absolutely nothing extra. Now I don't necessarily do that. I eat like 90, not 95% clean, and then 5% I'll get a treat if I want it. But I was really doing all the things before. Getting up in the morning to do an hour of yoga before work, getting up and doing a meditation and stuff like that. But I was just at this plateau where I was not gaining any more muscle. I wasn't gaining any more energy. I was still really tired all the time. My skin was not that great. I was getting a lot of breakouts still, and I just kind of always accepted. I always said that I was just going to have adult acne forever, and it was fine.
Mm,
Um, and since drinking the water, it has opened up a whole nother world of health and wellness for me. And it has allowed me to have more energy, and I have broke through a lot of those fitness plateaus. Before I drank the water at the beginning of my journey, I was always worried that I was like, oh, I'm not going to have this big transformation story. I don't have any major health issues going on. But then I look at pictures of myself. I think about what I was doing, how I was feeling, how my mindset was. That's a big one. Um, Back then, and now I do see how big of a transformation there has been. Like I was fit before, but now I'm super, super in shape. And the thing about with the water is it allows me to do that way more sustainably. Like I won't lie, before I had some unhealthy habits with over exercising and just trying too hard to be perfect. And now adding the water into my life has allowed me to still experience all the benefits and growth that I wanted before, but I now can do it in such a healthy, more holistic way. Um, and I don't have to be stressing myself out. And I'm seeing the optimization of my body and my health and my energy without having to, you know, hurt myself or go too far.
mm. Wow, those are some amazing testimonials, Shauna. And if you didn't catch it, she's talking about drinking molecular hydrogen-rich ionized water. And Shauna, before you started drinking this water, what were you drinking?
I was drinking reverse osmosis water. I definitely knew that we didn't want to be drinking tap water.
Hmm.
Um, and I was looking at all my options, and we ended up doing reverse osmosis water that I was filling up with at the health food store. And it's so funny because I remember thinking that getting a reverse osmosis system was too expensive.
Yeah.
And so I didn't do it. So it just filled up. And now, of course, I invested way more in this way better water, and it has changed my life.
Yeah. Really, really changing your water changes your life. And I've been in holistic wellness for more than 20 years now. And I did food healing where they told us to drink distilled water. And because that didn't feel right to me, I would never recommend water. And I just came to this huge epiphany just today, really, that it's really important that I shout it from the rooftops. There really is a best water to drink. There really is. And so if you're wanting these amazing results that Shawna had, and can you imagine that changing your water can actually change your mindset around your fitness routine, not just the effectiveness of your fitness routine, but have you ever heard before about over exercising? There actually can be an exercise addiction. And when you bring your body into balance, then you can really tune into how much is actually the right amount for my body. How much water is the right amount for my body, not just more and more and more, and I'm not getting the results. But when you're drinking water that you can absorb, then you get amazing results. And I will share just really briefly myself. Before I was drinking molecular hydrogen rich ionized water, I was really restricting myself because of food sensitivities and still having severe eczema outbreaks. And now I am not as restricted, just like Shawna. I'm less restricted in my dietary choices. I still avoid the things that are my food triggers because, of course, right? But now I'm able to enjoy more things and have clear, healthy skin. And it's really just a game changer, 100%. So there's so much more that we have to share with you. And I want to keep this short and sweet and invite you all to come on Saturday, July 11th at 11 a.m. Pacific time and drop in deeply with us to how you can really claim for yourself the holistic lifestyle upgrade. So, not just the physical health, the emotional, the mental, the spiritual, and the financial well being that Shawna spoke to. What are you most excited to share with our friends on Saturday, Shawna?
Um, I'm really excited to just share my experience with the water and more so just my knowledge about the water. Before I decided to be an entrepreneur and share my art and share my passions, and before I partnered with our amazing company, I was actually a chemist and I worked in a lab. And that's a part of myself that I had kind of, put away put away and just thought, oh, I'm not going to use this degree anymore. But it has really been so enlightened through planning this event that we're posting or that we're having posting um, that I have so much knowledge and information and credibility to share about the health and water aspects. And I'm just really excited to dive into that and share that with everybody else.
I love it so much. My son is working on his PhD in chemistry, and a friend of mine said, "Oh, if we could only get your son, the chemist, to come and talk about this." And then, look, I manifested Shawna, the chemist, to come and talk about this with me, and I'm just so excited to have this opportunity to share with you a true deep dive. So if you just want to learn more about the structure of water and the way that it interacts with the human body, then be sure to put your hand up and invite you and request the link. And I'll invite you. So just comment upgrade and we'll make sure to get you the link so you can come and join us on Saturday. And if you're not available Saturday, we will have a replay for all of you. So, any last words, Shawna, before we close this out?
Yeah, also just want to invite you to our event and just want to let you know that if you are feeling curious, if you're having an open mind to really listen to that call and come check out what we have to say. The worst thing that happens is you learn some information, um, and get illuminated about your holistic health journey.
Mm-hmm. Yes, absolutely. And we're really going to be talking about all the aspects of hydration, of the energy body and the way that it responds, and also the aspects of the community relationships and the financial benefits that you can receive. So let us know if you'll be there, and we will see you on the other side. Thank you so much for watching today.
Thank you.
Oh, this is the part. There we go.